Hello, I'm Alan Rogers. I'm the immediate past president of the Birmingham Bar Association. I'm also a practicing attorney here in Birmingham. There are almost 4,000 members of the Birmingham Bar Association, and since I've been involved as the past president, I've worked with our new executive director, Jennifer Bittner, herself a former practicing lawyer and also a corporate lawyer, to establish themes for our bar, and those themes have been inclusion and respect, the changing demographics as our bar gets younger, and that we stand for the rule of law. There was a bench bar retreat at the beginning of 2018 at Prattville, and there we had some great examples of lawyers in this state making sure that the rule of law is always protected against all of the forces that can operate against the rule of law. We had John Carroll, the former dean at the Cumberland Law School, talk about his prosecution of our then sitting Chief Justice of the Alabama Supreme Court. We had Federal Judge Jenny Grenade of Mobile speak about her decision to follow the United States Supreme Court precedent as it related to same-sex marriages under the law. And we had Jack Sharman, a practicing lawyer in Birmingham, speak about his experience having to prosecute a then sitting governor for the Alabama legislature regarding transgressions that were alleged against that governor. And so with those themes of inclusion and respect and our changing demographics and the rule of law, we've moved forward to the new president, Charles Fry, who took over in December of 2018, who himself is following those themes and more as he attracts the transactional lawyers in our bar, the corporate lawyers, and other lawyers who may not go to court, but who are very important parts of our practicing lawyers in this community, to become more and more involved in the Bar Association.
I'm Martha Reeves Cook, and I had the honor of being the chair of the Diversity and Inclusivity Committee for the year 2018. We had a wonderful committee, a very diverse committee, and we covered a lot of topics. But one of our very favorite two events of the year were Mornings with Mason. And I'm delighted to have our guest of honor, Mason Davis, here today to share with us about Mornings with Mason. We had one event in April of 2018 in which he gave a talk and then took us around to different historical locations in downtown Birmingham. We then followed up at the request of bar members who so much enjoyed the first event to do a second walk around the historic area of downtown Birmingham. But you don't want to hear from me. Let's hear from Mason Davis. Mason?
Thank you very much, Judge Cook. It was a pleasure to do these two events for the Birmingham Bar Association. If I may tell you a little bit about the events. We had a group of lawyers, and they were interested in finding out a little bit about the history of Birmingham. I was born in Birmingham, and I've been here all of my life, with the exception of times that I'd leave on vacation and to work, and I went to law school in the state of New York. But my grandparents came here in the 1890s, and we've been in business for 120 years or so. And I wanted to tell the lawyers about the early history of Birmingham to let them know that blacks did not just get started after the end of the civil rights period, but that we've had black lawyers and doctors and dentists and contractors and architects and just a whole panoply of people in the various professions and businesses ever since the city of Birmingham was started.
Well, thank you, Mason. And as you can see, he is a walking encyclopedia, literally. And the purpose of these two meetings that we had was not only to share this history, but to share the fact that there was such strong black history in Birmingham. And I think this day and age, sadly, we as white and black people don't appreciate that history enough. So Mason was kind enough to share that with us, and then most of all, to take us to the actual buildings that he just described. And I'm telling you, it was a fantastic event. I wish we could have done 10 more of them.
I'm Rebecca Beers, the 2018 president of the Birmingham Bar Association Young Lawyers section. Our section is made up of more than 400 members, Birmingham lawyers ages 36 and younger, and throughout the year we have a variety of events, social events, charitable events, and educational events for our section members. We're one of the most active sections of the Birmingham Bar Association and have events every month. One of the events we're most proud of is our annual charity trivia night. It's held every April, and this past year we raised nearly $19,000. The bulk of it went to a charitable grant to Special Equestrians, a nonprofit here in Birmingham that provides equine therapy for those with special needs. We also raised money which went towards sponsorships of other bar events such as the Birmingham Bar Foundation, the Birmingham Bar Volunteer Lawyers Program, and other charitable events supported by our members, including a race to the courthouse that supports the downtown Birmingham YMCA. We have great social events for our members, including our annual Barbecue with the Bench held every July. This past year, we honored Federal Judge Sharon Blackburn with the Drayton James Annual Award that the Young Lawyers give out by a vote of the members to the local judge who we feel supports the young lawyers most throughout the year. We end the year with our annual election party held every December. It's a huge event. We have hundreds of young lawyers and local judges there, and we just try to provide an environment for young lawyers in Birmingham to fellowship with one another, to make friendships in the bar, and to foster the collegial atmosphere that we're so proud of here in the bar in Birmingham.
I'm Jaquette Edmondson Nolan, the Executive Director of the Legal Aid Society of Birmingham. The Legal Aid Society is a nonprofit community defender organization that was founded by the Birmingham Bar Association over 60 years ago. We have two divisions. We have the adult division and the children's division. In the adult division, we represent indigent individuals in municipal courts in Jefferson County, Alabama. We also represent individuals in the drug court of Jefferson County in their sanctions docket. In our children's division, we represent children at Jefferson County Family Court in the Birmingham and Bessemer divisions. We represent children as guardians ad litem in dependency cases. Those are cases where there's a safety or welfare concern by the state. And we represent the delinquent youth who have been charged with a crime at family court. We have a 17-member board of trustees who are comprised of majority of the members of our board of trustees are comprised of members of the Birmingham Bar Association. Every member of the Birmingham Bar Association is a member of the society. Two things I want to highlight that we had in 2018 that I'm so proud of, in that overall in all of our divisions, we represented nearly 11,000 clients. And that's pretty substantial for a firm of our size. Also, we have two internship opportunities. We have law students who intern with us, and we also have social work students who are seeking their masters. And so this year, our social work interns who came from Mouse College and the University of Alabama, they developed what's called the Comfort Closet. The Comfort Closet was their brainchild to have the prom experience be available to our clients who are in foster care and want to attend the prom their senior years. So they contracted with some of the local providers of photography, dresses, makeup, hair in the neighborhoods that the clients are residing in order for them to have a true prom experience this year. So the Comfort Closet and the number of clientele that we serviced this year in 2018 are two things that I just really wanted to highlight that we're proud of.
My name is Ashley Pinehart. I'm a member of the Birmingham Bar Executive Committee, and I'm going to talk to you about our new admittees reception that we've been having with the Magic City Bar Association. In October of 2018, we partnered with the Magic City Bar to welcome all of the new members of the Alabama State Bar who are living here in Birmingham into our Bar Association. We had a reception. We wanted to show them what the Bar Association can offer them, and it was a good opportunity for these new lawyers that are just entering the field to get together with judges and lawyers in town and really learn some of that camaraderie and get those mentors right away. So that's one of our favorite things that we do, is partner together with different sections of the bar to welcome all the new admittees into our Bar Association.
My name is Jennifer Griffin. I was the 2018 chairperson of the probate section. When I first was appointed the position of the probate section, I met with Judge Alan King, who's the probate judge, the founder of the section, and we talked about the purpose of the probate section. He told me this story about when he would go to court and the attorneys would be there, and it would be their first time talking to each other. No attempts were made before the hearing to reach out and try to resolve the matter or at least discuss the issues. So how do you get attorneys to talk? Well, one of the things you can do to at least increase the likelihood that attorneys will talk is if they already know each other. So one of the purposes of the probate section is to enhance the relationships among attorneys. We do social events where we have attorneys come and we just mingle. We met at Road Tavern in 2018 where we met with the attorneys, we mingled. We had not only attorneys there, but the electoral candidates that were actually vying for the judges' jobs. And while we were there, the mayor of Birmingham came, so we were able to meet him as well. We had an event at the Birmingham Barons where we had our own location where we were able to mingle and walk around, and we had not only stadium seating, but we had picnic tables where we can sit in groups and talk. We do social events throughout the year, but networking is not the only purpose of the probate section. Another purpose is to educate us. We are not only educated on the law, but we're also educated on what's happening in the probate court. It makes the feeling that's like we are a unit. We're working together to accomplish a goal, which is to serve the community. And one last thing that the probate section does is we honor the people who we are working with, the probate court. So every year we do what we call Christmas in July. And we actually meet and provide food for the staff at the probate court, which is an excellent time for us to tell them that we acknowledge that they do a lot of work, they serve a lot of people, and we ask them a ton of questions, we file a ton of documents, and we want to thank them for helping us.
My name is Ross Kinder. I'm the 2019 Solo and Small Firm section of the Birmingham Bar Chair. The solo firm is a great value for the price that it costs. When you join the solo firm for $30, you receive all of the CLE credit that you require for the whole year, including ethics. That's done here at the Bar Center on a monthly basis. We provide lunch and a speaker with a different topic, ranging from criminal law to securities litigation, really a broad range of topics that allows our members to learn a little bit more about things that they may already know some about, or delve into a brand new topic. We also offer a lot of fellowship with other members of the Birmingham Bar. The solo section puts on 5 to 7 social events a year. The biggest one biggest one so far has been the Cornhole Tournament, which is geared towards having judges and their staff come and socialize with the solo and small firm members. It's a great opportunity to get to know some of our judges and have some of our members interact with members of the bench that they may not otherwise get to see on a regular basis in their practice. Another great tool and benefit of the solo section is our listserv, which since we are one of the largest sections of the bar, we have a lot of attorneys who are available to answer questions on our listserv, and it really helps solo practitioners to be able to bounce ideas off each other. I refer cases back and forth, and sometimes just talk things out. So I do not believe that there is a better value than joining the solo section of the Birmingham Bar Association.
My name is Jennifer Wilson, and I was the 2018 chair of the Public Service Committee. In 2018, we had several projects. We started the year doing a book drive where we used about 30 of the law firms in Birmingham as drop points. We collected books for Better Basics, which is an organization that promotes literacy among children in poverty-stricken areas. We were able to collect tons of books and contribute that along with some monetary donations from the law firms. We then did a school supplies drive in the fall that benefited the Big Brothers Big Sisters of Birmingham, as well as Children's Village, which is a home for children who are no longer in the care of their parents. That year we did a record number of donations, not just the supplies, but monetary donations. So we were able to split the supplies and the money between the two organizations, which allowed them to then buy whatever supplies they needed for the remainder of the children that needed to be served. We then were able to work out a deal with the Birmingham Zoo, and also this benefited the Children's Village. We were able to send those children to the Boo at the Zoo, which happens every year, and the children absolutely loved it, so that was great. We then finished the year with 2 Christmas events. We collected and were able to do some gifts for Be a Blessing Birmingham. They have a Christmas drive for gifts every year to benefit homeless individuals in Birmingham. So we were able to do that, and then we finished with a Christmas party at a local women's shelter. It's called Lighthouse, and it allows women to live there with their children. So we were able to bring in a very authentic Santa Claus. We were able to do a sing-along and then give the children gifts, and also we allowed the children to make gingerbread houses, which they absolutely loved. So those were the projects that we did in 2018, and we feel like we had a very successful year.
Hello, my name is Jessica Drennan, and I am the immediate past chair of the board of the Volunteer Lawyers Birmingham. Volunteer Lawyers Birmingham is a nonprofit organization made up of a core of volunteer attorneys who provide immediate access to civil justice to persons in our county who otherwise would not be able to afford an attorney. Just last year, we had over 550 volunteer attorneys, and they served over 3,500 families in our area. The return on this investment for our community is $12.30, which means for every dollar invested in this program, our community receives $12.30 of value. This is an invaluable service not only to our clients, but also to this community. Our focus is safe families, safe housing, safe finances, and serving veterans. And we work every day in order to better the citizens of this county's lives in those areas. Volunteer Lawyers Birmingham could not do what we do without our valuable volunteer attorneys that are made up of Birmingham Bar members as well as other attorneys in our community. We are thankful to our volunteers, and we are thankful to the support this community has shown to us by generous donations, as well as the time and effort provided by the attorneys. They have provided over $1 million worth of legal services in the past year alone.
Hello, I'm Kimberly Geisler, and I had the pleasure of serving as the chair of the Birmingham Women Lawyers section in 2018. I'm extremely proud of what we were able to accomplish through the efforts of our members and the support of the Birmingham Bar. Specifically, as to community service, we partnered with the YWCA to provide breakfast for approximately 250 caregivers as they shopped for their children for free at Santa's Workshop. We also partnered with Casa Kids to provide Christmas gifts to a number of needy children in the area. We started a toiletries drive and collected literally thousands of toiletries for local women's shelters in the Birmingham area. In addition, we provided substantive programming for our members, including a Path to Leadership program that talked about leadership in the areas of the courtroom, the law firm, and the community. Finally, we started tracking for our members the appearances of women in court for both hearings and trials, and plan to use that data to make recommendations to the bar. Thanks so much for the opportunity to serve as the chair and to be a part of the Birmingham Bar.
And I want to tell you about our Coffee with the Judges. It is one of our signature monthly events. It's a time that we can spend with our colleagues and with the judges here in Jefferson County. Sometimes it's at the civil courthouse, sometimes the criminal, sometimes the federal. And it's a great time for those of us who don't go to docket calls all the time anymore to get together with people on the other side of the bench, people on the other side of our cases. It's a nice time to get together with law school classmates and really bond and get to know each other on a different level. There's always a huge spread for breakfast, great food. There's always a raffle, and we have guest speakers. Sometimes it's the mayor, sometimes it's an executive from a business, an entrepreneur, somebody that's making Birmingham better. So we get to meet with those kind of people and with our friends and those on the bench and on the other side of our cases, and it's just a great time.
Last year, one of Alan Rogers' important parts of his year was inclusion and respect of all of our members. I completely agreed with that initiative, and we recognized that one area that our bar needed to do a little bit more with and include more was our business lawyers and our corporate in-house lawyers. Those two types of lawyers have been a part of our bar for many, many years, but they just hadn't gotten the attention that we thought that they deserved. That then moved us right into what we thought would be a great idea, and that was the business breakfast. This happened to occur on my birthday on September 28th, and it was a roaring success. We had business lawyers from almost all of the publicly traded companies in Birmingham here, many of the general counsel, many of the in-house counsel. We had a lot of our business law, corporate law section lawyers at that meeting as well. We had well over 200 people at that breakfast.
The leadership in the Birmingham Bar Association is elected every year by the members of the bar. And the gavel is passed at what we call the annual meeting of the Birmingham Bar Association that happens in early December each year. And that meeting is followed by a holiday party for all members of the bar. It's something that all members should not miss. It is not only a meaningful passing of the gavel at the annual meeting, but a lot of great friendships that you can form or you can revisit at the annual party. I had the honor at the end of 2018 of passing the gavel for the president's position to Charles Fry, and what an honor it was. And Charles then gave an address to all of those present at the annual meeting, and now is in his presidency moving forward.
We recognized in the past that the annual meeting was quite long, and that deterred a lot of our members from ever wanting to come to the meeting, and we're sorry for that. Alan did a great job of looking at the agenda, modifying the agenda, making sure we're keeping it around an hour, even a little bit less than an hour, which I think makes the meeting a little bit more impactful and substantive. So please check us out again. Please come join us at the annual meeting. A couple of things that I mentioned at the annual meeting about my year was continuing to focus on inclusion and respect and the rule of law, two focuses of Alan's year, being really specific related to those two, certainly with inclusion related to our corporate lawyers, business lawyers, in-house lawyers, making sure this year that they really are involved and we have substantive programming for them. Another important piece that is not only a Birmingham Bar initiative, but it's a state and ABA national initiative, is lawyer wellness. And we've spent a good bit of time this year focusing on lawyer wellness. And that is something that we will continue to focus on in the coming year.